Now, all of you know that malaria is caused by mosquito, the bite of the mosquito, and it is the female Anopheles which causes malaria. But this mosquito only transfers the microorganism from one human to another. It is a vector. It is a transmitter. So, what are the organism which causes the malaria? They are the protozoans. The name of this protozoan is Plasmodium, and there are various species. So it is Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malaria, Plasmodium falciparum, and falciparum can be very serious and it can be very fatal. So let's see how the transfer takes place and what is the life cycle of this Plasmodium. Now you know that the mosquito is going to infect you. It's going to suck the blood, and while sucking it is going to infect you. So there is going to be transfer of the sporozoites from the mosquito to humans through the skin, rupture of the skin, and it gets transferred into the blood. So here when the mosquito bites another human, sporozoites are injected with the bite. Now it comes into the blood of the humans, and as it floats into the blood, it reaches the liver. What happens in the liver? Multiplication of cell takes place. It reproduces asexually. So parasite sporozoid reach liver through the blood, and here the parasites reproduces asexually in the liver cells by bursting the cell and releasing into the blood. So now in liver it is going to multiply and burst it. It comes into the blood again, and it is going to infect the RBCs. Now here again multiplication in RBCs will take place and it will burst, and when it bursts it releases cell, and it also releases the toxin haemozoin. So that time you feel the fever, that time you feel the chill, that time you feel weakness, all those problems associated you will feel when haemozoin is released in the blood. So here parasites reproduces asexually in RBCs, bursting it and causing cycles of fever and other symptoms. Now here the released parasites will infect new cells. So whichever parasites have been released, it will infect other RBCs. So you get fever after 3 to 4 days only because the cycle of infecting new RBCs they take place. Now all this cycle is going in the human till maybe the person is dead. But here, if another mosquito bites this infected person and sucks the blood and transfers into another person, the cycle will go ahead. So let's see what happens and how the mosquito transfers the organism in another healthy person. Now, this infected person will, RBCs will release the gametocytes. They will release female and male cells. Now, these cells will be taken by the mosquito by sucking the blood. So, this is the sexual stage, that is gametocytes developed in the RBCs. Now, this cells, gametocytes, they are sucked by the mosquitoes. From this infected person, the mosquito will suck the blood. They will suck these cells, gametocytes, male and female. So now this gametocyte is there in the mosquito. It is there in the mosquito's mouth, and it will go into the gut. Now these cells, male and female cells, in the gut itself, fertilization will take place. So here female mosquito takes up the gametocytes with the blood meal, and then this will go into the gut and fertilization will take place. Fertilization and development takes place in the mosquito's gut. So here formation of the organism, fertilization that takes place in the mosquito, gut of the mosquito. From the gut it will come into the saliva. So now it has come into the saliva, salivary glands, the sporozoites which have been formed by the fertilization of this gametocytes, male and female cells now takes place. This will come into the saliva. Now once it comes into the saliva, it when the mosquito will bite another person to suck the blood through proboscis, that time simultaneously it will transfer the sporozoites into the healthy person and infect it, and that transfer will lead to the formation of malaria in another person. So this is how the cycle from one infected person to healthy person goes on. So now your sporozoites will enter the healthy person, this it will enter the liver, then it will enter the RBCs, your gametocytes will take formation will take place, then the fertilization takes place into the gut of the mosquito, comes into the saliva, and this cycle goes on and on. So this is how spread of malaria takes place. It is the protozoans which causes this disease. It gets cycled to two hosts. One is mosquito and other is the human. These mosquitoes are vectors. They are the transmitters of this protozoan, that is Plasmodium. So this is how the cycle goes on.